Hey everybody, Kim here on the Homestead. So we're doing something kind of funky today. We have another video that we're going to chop into this one with how we save our bacon fat. So every Sunday morning we do what's called big breakfast. We have eggs and 2 pieces of bacon each, which is a big deal for us. And we've saved the bacon grease ever since we moved here. So we had 2 full jars of bacon grease. Hopefully Katrina can find that picture of that video and splice it into this one. And we're actually going to make candles out of them. So with a regular mason jar, or whatever kind of jar, they make these nifty little things that hold the wick up for you while you get the candle in there, the wax and stuff in there to set. So we tried it once with this one first, and we found that with just the bacon fat, it was a little loose. So now we have pieces of shaved up wax. So Katrina, zoom in here real quick. Doing this in a double boiler. So we're trying to melt down some of this wax that we're going to add to the bacon fat. And it looks gross right now, but it actually ends up white. So like I said, hopefully Katrina can find that other video and you'll be able to see that, because when the candle is finished, it's actually white. Now, we've read that it doesn't smell like bacon when burning, but we didn't want to take that chance and lure in the grizzlies and stuff around here. Only kidding, we've seen no activity of bear at all. So we actually put a little bit of cinnamon essential oil in ours, so that it's going to smell more like cinnamon when it actually burns. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just, this was solid this morning. We had it sitting here for a little bit, and it's Sunday, so we did our breakfast, but you can see some of it's still solidified. So I'm melting that down, and I'm going to melt down the wax in the double boiler. I'm going to add them together, and then when that's ready, we'll come back on the next video and we'll start pouring into our jars and see what we end up here with our bacon fat candles. Maybe a big seller, you never know. So, all right, see you in a couple minutes. Bye. I saved the fat. So we're going to make a candle today. So they make these cool candle kits. You got the little wick sticky thing, which goes on the bottom here. It's double-sided. It goes like that, and then it gets put down into the jar, and then this little holder here, wick holder here, holds it in place for several different kinds of jars. So all right, so what we're going to do is I have successfully melted my wax, my extra wax, and I'm going to bring this over and pour it into my bacon fat. Because like I said, when we tried this before with just the bacon fat, it just wasn't thick enough. It didn't harden up. It kind of stayed slushy. So we didn't like that. All right, so that's my wax. Get rid of that for a sec. And now I'm going to use, this was my Aunt Evie's ladle. It is real silver, as you can see. And Trisha, there are 2 of these, so you get these. Just keep that in mind. All right. So we've never done this before. Like I said, this is an experiment. I don't feel like pouring this is going to be a safe option, so I'm going to ladle it into the jars. And we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure that it just went down the outside or not.
Nope. All went in.
Nope, that went down the outside.
Oh, well, you sucked that.
All right, so this little thing in the middle, I have to get around that. All right, so we're going to work on this for a little bit.
And then we'll come back.
We'll come back and see how things are going, because it's going to take a little while. But like I said, I just don't feel safety-wise. Oh, I'm getting ready to lose that wick. Let's get that wick. And I'm actually supposed to have anchored that. There's a little cutout there on the side. Do you see that? All right, so a couple technical difficulties. We will work through these. And
we'll be back.
We'll be back with you shortly. All right, cut it out. Hey everybody, Kim here. So this was an adventure. Our little sticky wick things for the bottom didn't stick in the bottom of the glass. So we actually went and got washers to weight them down. So just ran a washer straight down over the wick, and that kind of weighted it. And then
there's actually a base on the bottom of the wick that the washer held onto.
Yeah. And then we only had one of these to hold things in place, so we kind of jerry-rigged other things. Katrina took these 2 out in the snow for a little bit just to start hardening so the wick would stay straight. I only had half for this one, so this one's only half up. But they're kind of, you'll see they're kind of like yellowish right now.
But the bottom of this one's starting to get white.
And they will turn more like a milky white, kind of like lard looks, which back in the day our grandparents had lard sitting on the counter and used
we have a lard bucket somewhere.
Used it for everything. We do. It's in the antique box that we haven't unpacked yet. But so yeah, so we just wanted to utilize the bacon fat somehow rather than throwing it out. You know, like I said, in the olden days, they used it for so many different kinds of things, and we saw somewhere that you could do this, and we thought we would try it. So they don't smell like bacon. They smell like the cinnamon essential oil that we put in there, and hopefully that beeswax that we melted up is going to help them thicken up. So we'll do one more finish up video at the end, hopefully to show you that they're all milky white, and maybe we'll light one and give it a shot, and hopefully it doesn't combust straight up. All right, so we'll catch up in another couple minutes and see how they look in another couple minutes. An adventure, always. All right, see you in a couple. Bye. Hey, everybody. So this is the final product. We propped the wicks up a little bit. Like I said, we put a washer on the bottom. So I'm going to undo everything here. Kind of check things out. Good old popsicle sticks. These are for our garden marking things.
Skewer.
Everything's standing up pretty well. So, oh, and you see how they're like white now. They're pretty solidified. So,
and so I guess the only thing we would do differently is to wait until the oil is cooler,
right,
before we pour.
Do you want me to leave this one and we'll keep adding to this one?
Yeah, leave that one.
All right, we're going to leave that one. So we're going to do a test here. See if we're going to self-combust. And I do have to clean up the
edges
a little bit.
Well, I'm sure
they're pretty messy.
Now, it'll actually melt.
So there you go. Bacon fat, beeswax, and a little bit of cinnamon essential oils. But like I said, it's a way for us to upcycle another product, our bacon fat. So every Sunday morning after we have breakfast, I pour the fat into one of these. We cap it. I usually keep it here on the windowsill. It's cooler there. And then when we had enough, this is what we did. And it's burning. It's getting into there.
Alrighty.
We'll see what happens and see if the house smells like bacon in about 15 minutes or not. But just another crazy adventure here on the homestead. Like I said, we had read about it somewhere and thought we want to try it. So nobody did it online that we saw, so we thought we would do it, and you got to be part of our experience. So that's a weird one for you. All right, everybody. Bacon fat candles here in the homestead. Take care. Have a great weekend. All right, cheers. Bye.